What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Never Ender. Today will be a special one because I will be reacting to another song by REN titled Money Game Part 3. I'm unaware if I reacted to part 1 or 2, but with this, I'll go back and just listen to those two and make a reaction out of it. So if you want to see those reactions, stick around and let's just have fun with this. So without any further ado, let's start this reaction. REN Money Game Part 3. Let's go. Doing that without being able to see. Wow. Wow, the scenery on that? Crazy. And then see his reflection on. Ooh. Great video, great video. Take it off.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still
the tempo switch though, the flow switch, I totally like that. And he's telling a story of a boy who grew up in an environment where like he had to perform, you know, like his father telling him, well, at 5 you have to work for what you have, which I believe like every little boy or every man has that same story when he tells you about his upbringing, you know, because your father always instills that hard-working mentality into you as a boy growing up to be a man. So it's nice to hear and talking about that situation also. But let's continue. I love the flow switch. I love the video. I love the intensity in his voice. Amazing for now. So let's go.
8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a lie.
If you manipulate the data, the lie will sell itself. Listen to that again and think about it. If you manipulate the data, the lie will tell itself. Think about the media. Think about the media and how they just put pictures in front of you, make videos and tell you lies. They tell you, they manipulate the data, they manipulate the truth, and the lie will sell itself. Interesting. Let's go. Ooh, REN is killing this.
And shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business.
You're never enough. You are never enough. It doesn't matter what you do, because at 5 years old, his father told him, you gotta work for what you have. Then he worked, and got great grades. Well, the parents saw the flame, which I commend them. They saw the flame, they paid for the private school. 9, 10, 11, you know, he worked on it, like fixed mathematical issues, go further, went into cybersecurity, made millions, sold his ID, made millions, grew up, and then his father told him another thing, but even till now, got onto the Forbes list, people are applauding his name, still his father tells him, it's not enough. Money is not enough. You know, and that just gives you a whole baggage of things to unfold. Like, when are you enough? I hope he gets into that. But great up until now. Let's continue.
Life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race, you're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it, blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Wow, like, you can see the shift from having nothing, working for, to having something, got onto the Forbes list. But now what he wanted was the power. You know, he wanted the power, so he went political. Now he's so drugs. Like, where do you have a lot of power? Like selling drugs, selling weaponry, you know, like, and it's all like to have his father appreciation, like, I'm proud of you, son. And talking about that, I saw a clip of Thierry Henry, which is one of the best football players of all time. Like, best, it's like second highest goal scorer for France, I think. And I saw a video where he was doing all of that for his father approval, but he didn't get it, or he got it at a late stage of his career where he didn't need it, you know. And It's crazy how even the best of the best of the best, they are still feeling their father's approval. The influence parents have on their kids. Crazy. Let's continue.
War with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Woo!
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Oh, man, like exactly what I said. Like, not getting your father's approval while working so hard to get it. Now he's dying, now he's dead. And like, you feel like you failed because you didn't get it. Like, you didn't get your father's approval. You don't even feel like a man, you know? But now, like, you can't stop because his words are still lingering. And you're still like feeling that high of getting your father's approval, even if he isn't here anymore. You know, starting being reckless. You know, there's something against, I don't know, the mob or against the mob or something like that. Got shot, can't walk anymore. This is crazy. Let's go. Love his videos, man. Whoa.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines.
Ooh.
Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention.
Crazy, the money that we design. Emphasis on that word. He is totally killing this. Damn.
Divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Your solution?
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd, if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. He spoke facts. Continue.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Oh man, literally traded his soul for the money and the fame, man. Oh, he is right. He is totally right, man. Like the way we're going at this pace wouldn't take long, man. It would not take long. Like with everything we're doing against each other, like even the minority are fighting against each other, the middle class fighting against each other. Now you're working hard. You don't even know what fun is anymore. It's like you're living to survive. You're living to have that ideal, like imaginary life where with every goal you get, you don't even feel happy because you aren't where TikTok tells you to be. You aren't where Facebook tells you to be. You aren't where Instagram tells you to be. And man, you don't even enjoy life anymore. Like we don't have long on this earth. We're trying everything to satisfy other people while you're not even happy. Like you're not asking yourself what you want. It's what could make you survive. You know, that is the life we're living right now, which is horrible. Oh man, Ren, invoking thought, amazing video first of all. Amazing videos. Word choices were impeccable. The inflections or the inflections on his voice, like when he chose to go up, chose to go down, amazing. Everything you could feel. You could feel his emotion through this video, and I totally enjoyed that. Amazing Money Game Part 3. I'll make sure to react to Part 1 or 2. I may have reacted to Part 1 already, but I will like double check, and if I did not do Part 2, I will make sure to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Amazing, Ren. Hope you like do more of these. I'm waiting for the album, so amazing. Till the next time, love yourself, be yourself. Goodbye.